Today's scenario is scenario number 4 from the Steamroller 2015 scenario packet. We have a friendly flag 23 inches up on your left side with a friendly objective 5 inches behind that. You can dominate your friendly flag for 1 control point, control the enemy flag for 1 control point, dominate the enemy flag for 2 control points, or destroy the enemy objective for 1 control point. First to 5 control points wins, or caster assassination. Hey everybody, welcome to another battle report from Lightem'up. I got another game here with my Haley 2 list that I've been trying out recently. The one with the Storm Wall and Storm Strider. It's working out pretty well for me. So today we're going to be going up against Khador's Butcher 3. See how this works. This will be my probably third or fourth time facing Butcher 3, but first time with this particular list. So without further ado, let's get on into the list. Alright, so I won and the turn to go first and decided to go first and go ahead and set up my standard deployment there. First turn, everything's going to be pretty much running forward here. Arcane Shield will eventually go up on the Storm Wall, and then Haley's going to cast Decel, so pretty standard turn. Lancer ran up there into the trench, and my game plan here is to get up to my flag on my turn 3 so I can dominate, and hopefully I can destroy his objective and control his flag too, keeping enough of his stuff away. So I'm really going for the control game here. I've got a lot of things that can disrupt both of his jacks. You got Iris and Storm Callers and Storm Pods and the Storm Strider even on a critical hit. So disruption and Electro Leaps and Gun Mages pushes, and I'm really going to hope for the control portion on this game here. So you see Iris 1 moved up. She actually tried to take a shot at Iris 2. He thought that Phantom Seeker would ignore stealth. It does not. Other than that, everything else is pretty much just running up. Widowmakers are down there on the bottom. They get the wall, a couple of them. The Black Dragons are both getting shield march orders, and they're walking 8 inches in shield walls, which is that's pretty nice. 8-inch walk. It means they can threaten 10 inches, just still in shield wall. So other than that, Gorman's going. He puts up some smoke, and the Butcher himself is just going to go and run, get his dogs into position, and get himself into position. So on my turn 2, I'm giving 1 focus to the Lancer, nothing to the Storm Wall. Iris 2 is going to go ahead, and my plan here is to disrupt both of his jacks, kill off hopefully that entire top Black Dragon Iron Fang unit so that they can't really worry with me, and then use the Gun Mages to push and kill a bunch of the ones on the right side. So Iris is going to move. She's going to disrupt Ruin there. And I will say I did not know that Ruin could charge for free with, I didn't know about his affinity to Butcher. So if I'd have known that, I would have kept Iris at exactly 12 inches instead of 11 inches. You'll see why. So that Storm Wall going up, he shot a couple Black Dragons off the table with his POW 15s, and then he put down Lightning Pod that actually ended up killing another one, and put down some covering fire. The Storm Call at the top tried to call on the Widowmaker Marksman in the woods, but failed. You got other Storm Callers going up. They're failing a bunch of checks. I was able to disrupt his Juggernaut up there, but was not able to get any calls on the other Black Dragon. Not that it would have done much. So Gun Mages are going up. They're going to go ahead and get into position. You saw me move Haley 2. She put Deadeye on the Gun Mages and walked 6 inches. Temporarily accelerated the Storm Strider and camped 3. And I did not feat this turn. That will be a mistake, and it was a forgetful mistake. I did intend to feat, I just forgot to feat. So the Storm Strider is going to walk up 7 inches, and he's got 3 POW 15 gunshots that, for some reason during this game, I was calling POW 14 gunshots, but whatever. Ends up killing a couple of the Black Dragons, and not doing much else. The Electroleaps obviously aren't doing anything because they're armor 18 and POW 10s are going to have a hard time killing much. The one Electroleap actually did do, I forgot, yeah, sorry. So one of the Electroleaps came from the back arc of the guy, and that ignored his shield wall, so I was able to kill off the majority of that unit with the 3 gunshots from the Storm Strider and the 2 from the Storm Wall. So now his turn, he's going to go, the Widowmakers are going to go up and they're going to kill 2 of my Storm Callers. He's really sniping out those Storm Callers there. Marksman will kill the one at the top, and then he's going to be really thankful that I didn't pop my feet. So there goes Ruin. He gets his Boundless Charge and charges into Iris, even though he has no focus, and then gets a soul and kills a Gun Mage. So yeah, ask your guys about affinities. The Colden Lord is going to go up and boost the Juggernaut. The Juggernaut's going to charge the Storm Wall and do a whopping 6 points of damage to him, so nothing really that bad. Gorman is going to try to throw some acid at the Gun Mages. Here he goes, and checking range, throws some acid and does nothing. So Black Dragons are going to pop their mini feet and charge the Storm Wall there at the top. Mini feet giving them their Iron Zeal so that they can get their still have armor 18 even though they did not get the shield wall order. So they pop their mini feet, charge the Storm Wall. A couple of them are going to run to engage my Gun Mages. See them there, making some charge attacks. And only two of them can get the charge damage, and they do a whopping 1 point of damage to my Storm Wall. So, yeah, yay. Covenant is going to kill the pod. The Black Dragons on the bottom, they're going to pop their mini feet too, and they're going to run to engage my Gun Mages, which is really annoying. Covenant at the bottom there, you're going to see him run. So he's trying to decide if he wants to kill Stormwall this turn. That's pretty much, he's saying right now like he thinks he can kill Stormwall, although it's going to take a lot of his stuff. It's going to take Butcher obviously, and it's going to take Butcher most of his stack and his feet. So he does decide, he energizers for 3, and then charges into the Stormwall. The dog takes like 1 point of damage. The other dog takes 2 points of damage, and then Butcher himself charges in, taking no damage, which is not surprising, about 12s. And Butcher's going to go ahead and burn through a ton of focus. The dog's going to combo strike for 7 damage, and then Butcher's going to do his normal attacks, and he's going to start buying attacks, and he'll even pop his feet here. He's getting some pretty average rolls. He does like 3 damage, 5 damage, gets a 10 damage spike, which is nice for him. But he was unable to knock off Arcane Shield with Ruin, which is what he was planning on doing. Takes out one of the full sides. He's got 3 focus left, and I've got 6 hit points left, and he's trying to decide if he should, if he should leave some focus on Butcher or just go for broke and kill Stormwall. He decides it's worth it to kill Stormwall, rolls that last attack there, and there is the remaining damage. Bye-bye Stormwall. So it's probably the right move, because otherwise Stormwall, probably even wrecked Stormwall, can kill Butcher. So my turn, trying to figure out if the Strider can kill Butcher. I know I can get him 3 POW 15 shots. Butcher's camping 2, so he's armor 22, or armor 20, sorry. And it's dice minus 5, so can't quite kill him on normal damage, but maybe, you might be getting some get some dice spikes. Plus I've got some other things that can shoot. So Haley's gonna go. We're deciding. Oh, I'm sorry, Haley. There Haley goes, and she's gonna pop her feet just because if I don't pull this off, I might be able to survive. She TKs the Juggernaut, so that Storm Strider is no longer engaging. TK's Butcher, because Butcher does not have 360 vision, this version of him at least. And then goes ahead and puts temporal acceleration on the Storm Strider, and then shoots Butcher but misses. So Junior is going to aim and boost a shot into Butcher, hits and does 3 damage, so good job Junior. Gorman will die to a free strike there. It's just, I don't know why, if he missed it would have been nice because, you know, then I could have black holed Butcher. Storm Strider will move up, he's going to take a couple gunshots here. His first shot is going to do 2 points of damage to the Butcher. His second shot will do no damage, and his third shot will do 1 damage. So I did a whopping 6 damage to Butcher 3 this entire turn. Pretty much nothing else did anything, and I switched the clock over. The gun mages really couldn't do much, so I just left them where they were. And the Lancer is pretty much useless where he is, so. Butcher Energizer for 3 right there. Trying to run away from everyone. You'll see Ruin there, he kills Gun Mage, but is out of range to kill the Storm Strider. The Juggernaut is going to start beating on the Strider though, and unfortunately my Gun Mage is preventing the Strider from pushing the Juggernaut away, which would have saved the Strider's life. So, thank you Gun Mage. You did the wrong thing. His Black Dragons are going to go, they're going to shield wall, get shield march order, and then they're going to shield wall. They are not close enough to take any attacks on anything other than they'll take. Did he not take an attack on the Gun Mage? I guess he didn't take an attack on my Gun Mage there that he could have, but he was trying to kill Haley, so they weren't quite in range to kill Haley. Oh, no, that's right. I'm sorry. Haley's feet, of course. So, the Kovnik at the bottom, he'll go in. He's not in the feet. He'll swing and miss a Gun Mage. The Widowmakers at the bottom aren't in the feet either. They're going to go and shoot and be just out of range of Haley, which is nice. And then I'm going to try to decide how I'm going to go ahead and pull off this assassination, because I've got to get this assassination. So I pull the last focus off the Squire. Junior's going to move up and pop a gunshot into Butcher, doing 6 points of damage at dice -6, which is fantastic. Haley will move up and walk just out of range of engaging the Juggernaut, take a gunshot into Butcher, which does no damage, and then she's going to shoot an Arcane Bolt into Butcher at dice -7. Here we go. Arcane Bolt hits, dice -7, 17 on the dice, which is 10 damage, which is enough to bring Butcher down. And I still had like 5 focus left, so victory to Cygnar. Another great game, and I think this was a game full of errors for me, because forgetting to pop my feet on the second turn, which was pretty killer, and then I just really kind of gave up at that point. But when he failed to kill me on his turn, I thought, you know, maybe I did have a chance. So that feat really did save me on turn 3, because he was unable to get his Black Dragons into Haley. And then I guess Haley's spell assassination is still on the board, which is nice. So if you guys have any comments or suggestions, please leave comments below. I love hearing from you guys, and I'll respond to any ones that I can. And anything else, please like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you next week.